Hey guys, it's been a while, literally like 4 weeks, and today in this technical comparison, I'll be comparing the two new hot compact sedans. So if you know someone considering buying one of these cars, share this video with them as I'll be comparing them on a whole host of parameters to give you all both the on-road prices and a CarStats on-road score. And also in typical CarStats fashion, I'll be telling you all which one of these two cars I'd put my money on. With the 2024 versions of the Amaze and Dzire, Honda and Suzuki have approached the facelift of their cars very differently. Honda wants you to have a typically Honda car which looks and feels like a Honda, whereas Maruti Suzuki is trying to dissociate the Dzire from the Swift. The new Dzire looks like an Audi from the front and a 2013 Honda City from the back, and though it does look sleeker, especially from the front, it kind of lacks character. The silhouette towards the rear end is very similar to the older Dzire, and that may not be a very good thing because a lot of people still associate the Dzire to a taxi. Honda on the other hand have given the Amaze the characteristic Honda headlamps. Some say it's from the Elevate, but it is unmistakably Honda and they've stuck to their guns. The rear is obviously very city, and that gets me excited about what the new gen city may look like. The front is stout and boxy and SUV-ish, and on the sides it feels like not much has changed, though the car now has a wider stance. Talking about exterior dimensions, both the cars share the same overall length of 3,995 mm, but the Dzire is wider and taller. But what Honda has managed to do better is a longer wheelbase, and that's very important to etch out that much more rear seat legroom and boot space. So when it comes to exterior design, I was initially torn between these cars. I like how the Dzire looks from the front and I like how the Amaze looks from the back. And I repeat, Maruti Suzuki have let go of their old Dzire's legacy with this new product, whereas Honda have stuck to their legacy and have probably even taken it one step further by offering such a premium and legacy look. I'm going to give 1 point to Honda, but you decide which one suits you better. However, to its credit, the Dzire is available in black. Moving inside, the big advantage with the Dzire is of course the presence of a sunroof, which the Honda misses. I mean, that may disappoint some people, but I did find a lot of others saying they're proud of Honda for being brave enough not to include it. The next difference is that Honda gets 3 fixed rear seat headrests, whereas the Dzire gets only 2, but they're adjustable. Both cars get premium looking dual tone interiors but with hard plastics on the dashboard. I guess that's not a shocker for cars in this price range. The dashboard on the Dzire does look sleek and fresh, but I do prefer the dashboard of the Honda Amaze. It's simpler and looks quite classy. The steering wheel especially looks very typically Honda, and they've not strayed away from their design legacy. When it comes to rear legroom, the Amaze is just simply better, and that is a big deal for me. Overall, I prefer being inside the Amaze over the Dzire, but these cars are really close when it comes to interior design, space and feel. But apparently, the CVT Amaze does get loud on the inside. So when it comes to interiors, I'm giving both these cars 1 point each, though I'm slightly biased towards the Amaze. Alright, let's now talk about practicality. Honda is known for this, and it isn't surprising when you look at the numbers. The Amaze gets a class-leading 416 liters of boot space compared to 382 on the Dzire, and it also gets the better ground clearance number of 172 mm compared to 163 mm on the Dzire. So on both these counts, the Honda gets the point. But the big shocker that Maruti Suzuki had for us was that the Dzire got 5 stars in the global NCAP test. This made a lot of people happy, and there was a background hum of Tata and Mahindra being worried about this. Apart from 5 stars, the Dzire also gets 6 airbags, and so does the Amaze. What Honda mentioned though in their launch event was that the Amaze is safer than the previous Amaze in the crash tests and surpasses Indian standards and requirements. But the real deal is Honda's ADAS suite. It gets level 2 ADAS with a host of features like lane keep assist, adaptive cruise control, auto high beam and auto braking. This is just madness in the segment. It kind of redefines the benchmarks in the segment now. And unfortunately, the Dzire doesn't get ADAS. Now I'm okay with a 4-star rated car over a 5-star rated car, and I'm positive about the Amaze that it is at least going to be a 4-star rated car. But to be fair, I think both these cars deserve 1 point each when it comes to safety. Talking about colors, neither of these cars get dual tone options and the Dzire gets 7 color options. You can get it in Gallant Red, Pearl Arctic White, Splendid Silver, Magma Grey, Bluish Black, Nutmeg Brown and Alluring Blue. The Amaze comes in 6 colors and these are Radiant Red Metallic, Meteoroid Grey Metallic, Golden Brown Metallic, Lunar Silver Metallic, Platinum White Pearl and that hot Obsidian Blue Pearl. Talking about features, the Dzire gets auto fold ORVMs, automatic climate control, rear AC vents, LED headlamps, a shark fin antenna, cruise control, a sunroof, a tire pressure monitoring system, an OK-ish 360-degree camera, a wireless charger, hill hold assist and connected car tech. Honda gets most of these features, but here are the differences. Firstly, it doesn't get a sunroof and the TPMS is an optional extra and shows up only in the Honda Connect app. But the cruise control system is better thanks to level 2 ADAS. But what's great about the Honda is a host of optional extras like seat cushions, ventilated seats with massage function for the driver's seat, a wide range of cladding and bits and pieces, sunshades, trunk trays and so on and so forth. Now I don't need a sunroof or a low quality 360-degree camera and I'd much rather have the feature set on the Amaze. That is the optional extras and adaptive cruise control. For me, I like Honda's feature package and more so the variant structuring is simpler and more well thought of. It comes in V, VX and ZX trims, whereas the Dzire's variant list is quite a bit all over the place, with the base variants offering barely any features. So I really like what Honda has done here, and even though technically these cars should score 1 point each, I'm going to follow my gut on this and give this point to the Honda Amaze. It's just a more sensible offering across its variants. And with that, let's move into the all-important engine and drivetrain comparison. Now this point isn't simply going to the car with the better drivetrain or the lower price tag. I'm going to try and make sense about both the drivetrain and pricing in unison as two things combined. Alright, first let's have a look at the base manual variants. Here the Dzire V is an absolutely bare bones basic car, whereas the Amaze V variant and the Dzire VXI are pretty similarly decked with features. The Amaze has the 1.2 litre naturally aspirated iVTEC, which is a 4-cylinder unit, and this produces more power than the Dzire's 1.2 litre 3-cylinder engine. The Amaze is also slightly lighter than the Dzire and has the better performance number, but has about 1.7 Newton meters lesser torque than the Dzire. This won't be noticeable though, but when it comes to mileage, the Amaze simply doesn't stand a chance because the Dzire delivers 24 plus kilometers per litre. Moving on to the base variant automatics, the Dzire doesn't have a V variant automatic, that only starts with the VXI range. The power figures remain the same, but the gearboxes are totally different. The Dzire gets an automated manual transmission, which is the most rudimentary form of an automatic gearbox, whereas the Amaze does get a more advanced CVT, and with that there are no gear shifts. It's just a uniform increase in speed while the engine is revving at an RPM which its brain deems suitable. But at 11.01 lakhs for the Amaze, it is considerably more expensive than the Dzire, which is priced under 10 lakhs. But if you are considering the top tier manual trims of either of these two compact sedans, then the price gap is the narrowest, though the Amaze still demands a premium of 10,000 rupees over the Dzire. But for that, you get an extra cylinder, a smoother engine, more comfortable interiors and level 2 ADAS. And I think at that price, it's not a premium anymore. The Honda becomes a bargain. Finally, if you're in the market for the top trim automatics amongst these two cars, you'll be paying more than a lakh extra for the Amaze, and you may get a CVT and the ADAS suite, but you won't be getting a sunroof or rear seat adjustable headrests. But having said that, purely talking about the engine and gearbox combo, the Honda is definitely a superior product and worth the money. All in all, both these cars deserve a point each in this category because the Amaze delivers your money's worth and the Dzire is more affordable to own and run while offering slightly lesser power. Okay, now with the technical comparison complete, we have a winner. That is the Honda Amaze. It's kind of a no-brainer car, and here's what works for it. Firstly, it's the smooth and punchy 4-cylinder naturally aspirated 1.2 liter iVTEC petrol engine, and if you want an automatic, it's got the more advanced one through a CVT. Even the manual gearbox is a pleasure to use, and Honda has done what Honda does with their cars: make them fundamentally good and nail the basics. They get it so right and quite often. What I wish it did have is an optional sunroof. Would have been a nicer option, and adjustable rear seat headrests. But if you are more mileage conscious, price conscious, or if you want a sunroof, the Dzire is the car to go for. And the car to go for if you want it in the hottest color a car can ever be clothed in. What I'm waiting for is Hyundai's reaction to these two cars. It's the kind of brand that doesn't spare a good opportunity, and we will hopefully see a much more competitive aura soon. As for me, as of now, my hard-earned money is going into the current account of my nearest Honda dealership. But what would you all pick? Let me know in the comments below. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, and I will pin your post if you are right about something. I also wish to interact with some of y'all on some of your thoughts and opinions on these two cars. Let's do that in the comments section. Thank you for watching CarStats and this technical comparison. Please subscribe to my channel and help me get to 1,000 subs. It's going to take me a very long way, and I'll see you all next week without fail.